What is up, guys? TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another rebuild. It is the St. Louis Cardinals. And last year we did this challenge, but with a different team because of one reason. So as you guys may or may not know, there is a player by the name of Hurangelo Sinji. I definitely just butchered that, so my bad. But he is a switch pitcher and a switch hitter. And last year he was on the Mariners, and we did this challenge with the Mariners. The challenge is going to be switch hitters only. And what we also did is we're going to give him 99 potential to see if we can develop him into an absolute beast. So yeah, basically the entire premise of this video is I can only use switch hitters on my team. Can I even sort by that here? I can't. But that means we're not going to be able to use guys like Mason Wynn, Max Vonson, Alec Burleson. I think Kyle Leahy actually is. Yeah, he is. JJ Weatherholt. Yeah, so basically we have a very limited amount of players that we can actually use on this team. So we're going to have to go out there and find a bunch of new players. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of trades. Last year, I know it took us like 5 seasons. I don't think it's going to take us that long this year. At least I hope. I hope this is like a 2 to 3 year rebuild. So, yeah, let's go ahead and try to get some players in here. All right, we're going to get Jeremiah Estrada for Thomas Segis, Jose Furman, and Blaze Jordan. We're also going to get J-Ram for Mason Wynn and Victor Scott. We are also going to get Adley Rutschman for Matt Vonson and Jordan Walker. The hardest part of this challenge is going to be getting pitching, because right now there's only like 2 starters above a 70 overall that are switch hitters, and I can't even get Bubba Chandler because he is untouchable. So this might take a few years. So we're building for now. We're also building for the future. So yeah, hopefully we can get some good players in here. All right, we're going to get Ozzy Albies for Lars Nootbaar and Jeremy Ribas. Alright, we're going to get Ryan Johnson for Brandon Clark. Ryan Johnson is a starter technically, but we're going to let him develop as a reliever. Yeah. Alright, we also got lucky in free agency and picked up a couple of switch hitting relief pit. Well, some of them were starters that I turned into relief pitchers so they would, develop more. But yeah, we got a few guys. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, nothing with the craziest potential. But hopefully they can develop a little bit. If they get up to, like, I'm saying maybe 70 overall, maybe 72 overall-ish, by, like, the 3rd year, they will become starters, which is good. Yeah, that's really just the only option we have is developing these guys and then turning them into starters. Because, like I said, there's not really much out there. So, yeah. Alright, we make a big deal. We're going to get Ketel Marte for Liam Doyle, Michael McGreevy, Alec Burleson, and Nathan Church. Alright, we're going to get Jorge Polanco for Andre Palante, Joshua Baez, and Juan Bin Cho. We're also going to get Willie Castro for Quinn Matthews, as well as Brian Reynolds. Okay, apparently we gave up a lot for Dustin May, Tink Hence, Daniel Ortiz, and Joshua Cross. Alright, we're going to get Jake Mangum for Takeo Roby. Honestly, I think hitting-wise, we're probably just about good enough to win a World Series. It's the pitching that is going to kill us for a while. Alright, we're going to get Jason Dominguez. We have to give up a lot. We give up Nolan Gorman, Jesus Baez, and Jojo Romero. Yeah, I mean, it's something we had to do. Yeah. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. As you could probably guess, the team sucks. We don't have anyone here, which is alright. Yeah, we're 35 and 62. J-Ram's an all-star at least, which, counts for something in my book. Anyone else from our team here, or is it just going to be J-Ram? Yeah, it's just going to be J-Ram. Yeah, I tried getting Lindor at the beginning of the season. I couldn't get him, so hopefully we can get him in the off-season. Yeah, I'm going to try to make maybe a couple more smaller trades, but we'll see. Alright, so not the best draft in the world, but these two... Wait, hold on. These 2 guys are both switch hitters. They're both meh. This guy, decent potential. I mean, we're going to probably turn him into a relief pitcher and then let him develop. This guy's also a switch hitter. He actually has decent potential. There was one other switch hitter that I saw that got taken before I could get him, so yeah, we're going to look for him at the off-season break, but not a bad draft. We're going to trade away some of these guys to get some better players, obviously. Alright, we sucked. We finished 67 and 95, which is pretty bad, but that's fine because it's going to give us a good pick. JJ Weatherholt wins Rookie of the Year. He had 264. I'm just now realizing that I probably forgot to put players in the lineup. If I had to take a wild guess. Check out the WAR numbers. J-Ram with a 4.8, Adley with a 4.5, Jake Mangum with a 3.8, Ketel Marte with a 3.3. I think I forgot to put him in the lineup, so that's why he didn't play the entire year. Brian Reynolds with a 2.4. Yeah, some of these guys, Dominguez, I mean, he just didn't play. But some of these guys I forgot to put in the team, which is fine. Pitching-wise, doesn't really matter. The only pitcher we care about is Kyle Leahy. I'm going to turn him into a reliever this offseason so that he can continue to develop. Jeremiah Estrada with 29 saves. Yeah, Leahy with a 2.9, good year. Liberatore with a 1.7. Yeah, like I said, we're going to turn Kyle Leahy into a relief pitcher because if you don't know, turn them into a relief pitcher and then they have more room to develop because their overall goes down. So the game lets them keep progressing. Then you turn them back into starters. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to get Jimmy Rivas. He's not really that great, but you know what? He's like a kind of a back-end bullpen guy. Plus, his per nines look honestly not bad. So, yeah, maybe his potential goes up. Who knows? He is a switch hitter, though, so hopefully he can do a job. Alright, we are going to get Geraldo Perdomo for JJ Weatherholt, Alejandro Elez, and Ty Pete. Okay, yeah, he's on a switch hitter. Alright, yeah. Hopefully Perdomo can do a job for us. Alright, we are going to get Carlos Rivera for Pedro Pajes. Decent little relief pitcher. Hopefully he can develop. Yeah, pretty simple. Alright, we are going to make probably our only free agent signing. It is going to be Ian Happ. Tried to trade for him last year, couldn't get him, but we got him in free agency, which is good. Alright, we are going to get Sam Haggerty. Alright, I was trying to get a lot more for him, but we're going to trade Matthew Liberatore for Elvis Hebert. Yeah, and I hope he just develops a little bit. Alright, we're also going to sign Josh Bell. Alright, this is the final player we're getting. It's Kenley Jansen. I don't know if the pitching is going to be enough, but I know our hitting is, so hopefully we put together a decent enough rotation and bullpen to just at least sneak into the playoffs. We make a huge deal. We have to give up a lot. We give up Eloy Asensio, Gustavo Rodriguez, Bruno Vega Ramos, and Ryan Fernandez. The only switch hitter that we gave up is this guy, but he's actually only a relief pitcher, and he's only 57 overall, so I don't think we're missing out on a lot here. Francisco Lindor is definitely going to help us win a ton of games, though, so that's a huge plus to our team. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Do we have anyone here? No, which is honestly a little surprising, but it is what it is. The team's doing well. We're 5.5 ahead on the Reds, 6 on the Brewers, so the team's doing well enough. Do we have any All-Stars? Obviously, we have All-Stars. Who are our All-Stars is the question on my mind. J-Ram, he's down to a 90, but that's okay. Francisco Lindor, obviously I wanted to get Ellie, but he's never available anyway, so it doesn't matter. And it looks like that's going to be it. Alright, I'll show you the draft class in a second, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Alright, we had a very solid draft. Wow, how many picks did we have? We had 8 picks. Only a couple of these guys are switch hitters, but we have enough trade value here if we don't win it this year to go get a couple more big names, hopefully. So, yeah, obviously, hopefully we don't need it, though. Alright, we finished 94 and 68. We do get a bye, which is phenomenal. We do come in as the 2 seed, which is good, so it means we don't have to face the Dodgers for at least a round or two. Ketel Marte with the 7.8 is, very good. He led the league. Herangelo St. G wins Rookie of the Year. 13-4 with a 4 ERA and 148 strikeouts. Jimmy Rivas, as a reliever, he comes in 3rd, which is crazy. Wow. I mean, I guess good for him. He pitched a lot of innings. Norm Carrasco, a guy I wanted to get. Obviously, I couldn't. He was locked up. But it is what it is. That's fine. It's whatever. Blah, blah, blah. How did the team do? Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Ketel with a 7.8, Lindor with a 7.3, J-Ram with a 7. I mean, a 3-headed monster of disgusting proportion. Adley with a 5.4, Jake Mangum with a 5.1. If you need yourself a good budget player, go get Jake Mangum. He amazing contact, does very well. Ian Happ with a 4.6. Geraldo Perdomo with a 4.2, mainly as a DH, which is good. Herrera doesn't matter. Ozzy Albies with a 1. Yeah, technically speaking. So for the regular season, I didn't have all of the switch hitters up. I had some regular guys up, which is fine. It really only counts for the playoffs. 42 saves out of Jeremiah Estrada. Kyle Leahy, I mean, his overall went up a few, but didn't have the best of seasons, which is fine, I guess. Let's see the wars. 1.7 from Sinji. Estrada with a 1.2. Rivera with a 1.1, as well as Jimmy Rivas. His potential went up. That's good. Hebert, I called him up for the end of the year. He's going up a little bit, which is good. Wow, he went up 5. Yeah, I'm going to go put together our playoff roster, and then we'll hop in. Alright, so immediately I have bad news. I forgot to put Ton Kramer on the 40-man before, the time was up, so I can't use him, unfortunately, which sucks because he's like our 3rd best pitcher. So, yeah. Alright, we're taking on division rival Cubs. Leahy versus Cabrera is a W. Sinji versus Scoobs is a loss. Johnson versus Shota is a W. Come on, Hebert versus Steele to move on is a loss. I'm gonna go put what's his name on the bump for Game 5, and then we'll come back. All right, Game 5, Leahy versus Scoobs is a W. I'm gonna go see if I can do anything with our rotation, then we'll hop back in. All right, we're taking on the Dodgers. Sinji versus Ohtani is a loss. Leahy versus Glasnow is a loss. Johnson versus Yamamoto is a W. Hebert versus Sheehan is a W. Come on, Campos versus Ohtani is a loss. Come on, Sinji versus Glasnow is a W. Leahy versus Yamamoto to move on to the World Series. It's a W. We're going to the World Series. Us not having Leahy for Game 1 actually helps us as he gets pushed to that game, the Game 2 and Game 7, where we end up moving on to the World Series. I'm going to go fix the rotation and make sure he's our Game 1 starter, and then we'll hop back into the World Series against the Yankees. All right, we're taking on the Yankees in the World Series. Leahy versus Fried is a W. Sinji versus Rodon is a W. No way. Johnson versus Schlittler to go up 3-0 is a W. We're up 3-0 in the World Series against the Yankees. Just so you guys see, this is the team. I'm not even going to go through it one by one. Just look at the bats. It doesn't change. It's all switch hitters. So, yeah. We're going to go hop into Game 4, see if we can somehow sweep the New York Yankees. All right, Game 4. We're going to have Hebert on the bump. We are the away team. Because we did have the better record during the regular season. Come on, Hebert. Just get me through like 4 innings. Honestly, Hebert might just go this entire game no matter what happens. Unless we have a good chance of winning, then we'll work the bullpen. But if we're not winning, I don't think we're going to pull Hebert. Come on. Offense needs to get something going. Hebert is pitching very well. Obviously, gives up a 2-run homer there. But he's not pitching bad. Offense, please. We put up 1. Okay, that's something. Another 2-run homer. That's probably going to be ball game. Unless we put up some runs here. Oh my god, we take the lead. Wow, we take the lead. Alright, Garcia, I need you to get me 3 outs. Oh my gosh, there's no way. We don't put up anything in the top of the inning. Come on, Jeremiah Estrada, get me 3 outs. Or get me 2. We're gonna hop in. Normally don't like to hop in this early, but they have a chance to walk it off. Jeremiah Estrada, me and you, we got to work in, we got to dial in, and we need to finish this game off. 2 runners in scoring position and no outs. Bottom of the 9th. We're only up by 1. And Cody B already has a home run in this game. We had a huge comeback. We can't let them have a huge comeback as well. That's up. Just a little off. There we go. Come on. Work with me, Estrada. Work with me. Okay, that's going to be a tie ball game. Yeah, even with the perfect everything, they're going to tie it up. Damn. Alright, so blown save for Jeremiah Estrada. Can we save the game, though, and push it into extras? Most people would walk Judge. I'm not one of those people. We're going to go right at him. Challenge him. See if he actually wants to be the hero. See if he wants to make up for everything that he's done. in the playoffs. No, he does not. Go take a seat, Judge. Go take a seat. Benjamin Rice. Now, I am semi-scared of Ben Rice. It's a little out. That's a little out, yeah. There we go. Work it here. Work it. There we go. Come on, one more. One more. Okay, there we go. Make the play. All right, we push it into extras. It's unfortunate, but it's honestly not the worst case scenario. See if the offense can get something going here. We get a runner on base. I'm hopping in. All right. Brian Reynolds. Perdomo, as much as I like you, there's a reason why we have Sam Haggerty here, as well as Mr. Dominguez. Where's his stealing? Yeah, we're going to go Dominguez here in the DH spot for Perdomo. I need 2 stolen bases out of you. I need 2 stolen bases. I don't know who their catcher is. Probably still Austin Wells, if I had to guess, and I know he doesn't have a great arm in this game. That's out. Yeah, I think that's Austin Wells. We're going to try to steal third. This might be really stupid. This might be extremely stupid, but come on. I need you to get the third base right here. Give Brian Reynolds a chance to take the lead. Great jump. That's a great pitch to swing at, but we'll take the stolen base. Not going to challenge call. It's right down the middle. Come on. Brian Reynolds, 90 clutch. Just put a ball in the outfield somewhere, and I think we take a lead. Anthony Bender is a little glitchy. Does look a little glitchy. Come on. Brian Reynolds. No. Okay, it's going to be a 2-2 count. 2-2, 1 out. We cannot strike out. We can do a lot of things, but striking out is not one of them. As I strike out. That's bad. That's bad. Now a hit. We need a hit. No sacrifice situation. We need a hit. Come on. Find up the middle somewhere. We got Adley, and then we've got Mangum. Alright. Come on, Adley. Single somewhere. Perfect, perfect. Volpe makes the play. Alright, now we gotta hope that Estrada can hold on. We gotta hope that Estrada can hold on here. Strike out, ground out. Okay, come on. Someone get on base. Okay. We're gonna pull Estrada. I know he's our best pitcher, but we're gonna bring in Rivera, see if he can hold it here. And they're gonna win the game. Alright, I'll see you guys in game 5. Alright, this is the final game at Yankee Stadium. Leahy's gonna be on the bump. We need this win. Obviously would like to win it in front of the home crowd, but as we just immediately give up 2 runs. We get them back. Come on, Leahy. Pitch. Please, thank you. Come on. Huge. Come on, can we put up more runs early this time? Not wait until the last thing. Yes, there's a 5 spot. That's what I wanted to see. Nothing crazy. Just a nice little 5 spot. I get some outs. Leahy, pitch like you have a lead. Come on, thank you. Leahy, have a day. And we put up 2 more. We're gonna go over to the bullpen. We're gonna go to Hank Thomason, who's gonna give up 2 runs immediately. Thank you. All right, we have a 6-run cushion. Estrada's gonna come back in. Don't blow this. Thank you. All right, let's hop in and get the final out of the World Series. Absolutely dominating performance right here. 11-5, 13 hits to their 7. Yeah, we finished the season off with 94 wins. They had 92, which is why they are the home team for game 3, 4, and 5. We would have been home for game 6 and 7, as we do have the better record. Come on, Varsho. Come on, Estrada. Finish Varsho off. Come on. Oh, yeah. Blow by him. Honestly, just throw it again. He doesn't want it. Challenge that. No! I'm looking for my first ABS World Series ender. I thought I had it, but I don't. Challenge that one. Damn, it's going to stand. That was so close, too, and I'm out of challenges. There we go. We win the World Series. We blow Game 4, but we do win Game 5. We get the gentleman's sweep. And the guys are celebrating as they should. As they should. Max Fried takes a fat L. Kyle Leahy scared me in that first inning, but he held it together. 7 innings, strong performance. Yeah, the hitters went off. The hitters went off. Estrada made up for his loss in the last one. Lindor, World Series MVP. Ian Happ, playoff MVP. Strong performances from the guys. So, yeah, that being said, thankfully Kramer didn't screw us over. We got it done without him. That being said, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.